Boys, this is history second lesson from trade to territory. Shall we move on to the lesson now? Establishment of political power by the English East India Company. The English East India Company how established their political power. Battle of Plassey. Battle is nothing but fight. Okay. The fight is happened in very large size, that is called war. When the fight is happened in very small size, that is called battle. Okay. Battle of Plassey, 1757. Alivardi Khan, the Nawab of Bengal, died in 1756 and his grandson Siraj-ud-Dawla ascended the throne of Bengal. After the death of Alivardi Khan in 1756, his grandson Siraj-ud-Dawla ascended the throne, came for the throne. The British, taking advantage of the new Nawab's weakness and unpopularity, Siraj-ud-Dawla was the new Nawab. Yes or no? Yes. So, taking advantages of this, British fought with Siraj-ud-Dawla. So, Siraj-ud-Dawla decided to teach them a lesson by attacking over their political settlement of Calcutta. What Siraj-ud-Dawla thinked? He decided to teach the lesson. The Nawab captured their factory at Kazim Bazar. So, who was the Nawab here? Siraj-ud-Dawla. Siraj-ud-Dawla captured the factory at Kazim Bazar and 20th June 1756, Fort William surrendered, but Robert Clive recovered Calcutta. In the year of 1756, Fort William surrendered to whom? Siraj-ud-Dawla. Okay, this William Fort was the fort of British. So, this fort was surrendered to Siraj-ud-Dawla. Robert Clive recovered Calcutta, but Robert Clive recovered the place Calcutta. Now, we are going to see about the Black Hole tragedy. This Black Hole tragedy happened in the year of 1756. There was a small dungeon room in the Fort William in Calcutta. There was a very small dungeon room in Calcutta where troops of the Nawabs of Bengal, Siraj-ud-Dawla, held 146 British prisoners of war for one night. So, there were 146 British prisoners staying there. Okay. Next morning, when the door was opened, 123 of the prisoners found dead because of suffocation problem. The very next morning, 123 prisoners died due to suffocation problem. See this picture. This is only Battle of Plassey. In which year? 1757. On 9th February 1757, Treaty of Alinagar was signed. 1757, one treaty was signed. What was the treaty's name? Alinagar, whereby Siraj-ud-Dawla considered is nothing but he agreed. Okay, he agreed all his claims. British then captured Chandranagore, the British settlement, on March 1757. The Battle of Plassey took place between the British East India Company and the Nawab of Bengal and his French allies. So, who was the Nawab of Bengal? Yes, Siraj-ud-Dawla. It was fought on 23rd June 1757. It means what? Battle of Plassey. Battle of Plassey was fought on 23rd June 1757. The English East India Company's forces under Robert Clive defeated the forces of Siraj-ud-Dawla. So, who won? English forces won. Who was defeated? Siraj-ud-Dawla was defeated. After the collapse of Bengal, the company gained a huge amount of wealth. So, after this winning, the company got a huge amount of wealth from the treasury of Bengal and used it to strengthen its military force. And the company started using this wealth for its military force. The beginning of the British political sway over India may be traced from the Battle of Plassey. The British political entry over India started from this Battle of Plassey only. It was the most decisive battle that marked the initiation of British rule in India for the next 2 centuries. The next 2 centuries, this battle only the very important battle. Battle of Buxar 1764. After the Battle of Plassey in 1757, the company was granted undisputed right to have free trade in Bengal, Bihar and Orissa. It received the place of 24 Barganas in Bengal. So this company received 24 Barganas, places in Bengal. Mir Jafar, the Nawab of Bengal. So after Siraj-ud-Dawla, who was the Nawab of Bengal? Mir Jafar, the Nawab of Bengal, however, fell into arrears and was forced to abdicate in favor of his son-in-law Mir Qasim. So what is the meaning for abdicate? Resign. Okay. Mir Jafar resigned his job. After Mir Jafar, who came? Mir Qasim came. Mir Qasim ceded Burdwan, Bindapur and Chittagong. He shifted his capital from Murshidabad to Munger. So this Mir Qasim shifted his capital from one place to another place. Mir Qasim soon revolted as he was angry with the British for misusing the districts. Districts is nothing but free duty passes. British East India Company misused this free duty passes. So Mir Qasim got angry. However, having been defeated by the British, he fled to Awadh, where he formed a confederacy with Siraj-ud-Dawla and Shah Alam. But actually Mir Qasim was defeated. See here, see this picture. This is Battle of Buxar in which year? 1764. The battle fought on October 22, 1764 at Buxar, a small fortified town. What is the meaning for fortified? This town was made stronger and more secure. That is only called fortified. Within the territory of Bihar, located on the banks of the Ganges river about 130 kilometers west of Patna. So this town is near in the Ganges river. It was a decisive victory for the British East India Company. Decisive means what? Mass victory, very big victory. Shuja-ud-Dawla, Shah Alam and Mir Qasim were defeated by General Hector Munro. Mir Jafar was again placed on the throne. So these three were defeated. Again Mir Qasim's throne were placed. On Mir Jafar's death, his son Nizam-ud-Dawla was placed on the throne and signed Allahabad Treaty on 20th February 1765, by which the Nawab had to disband most of his army and to administer Bengal through a deputy Subedar nominated by the company. So after the death of Mir Jafar, his son Nizam-ud-Dawla came. He signed one treaty. What treaty? Allahabad Treaty, 20th February 1765. Robert Clive concluded 2 separate treaties with Shuja-ud-Dawla. There were 2 separate treaties signed with Shuja-ud-Dawla and Robert Clive and Shah Alam too. Dual system of government started in Bengal. So double system. Dual means what? Double system of government started. Carnatic Wars. Next we are going to see about Carnatic Wars. There were 3 Carnatic Wars happened in India. First Carnatic War, Second Carnatic War and Third Carnatic War. What is the year of First Carnatic War? 1746 to 1748. The year of Second Carnatic War is 1749 to 1754. The year of Third Carnatic War is 1756 to 1763. First Carnatic War. On the outbreak of the Austrian War of Succession in Europe, the English and the French were on opposite camps, increased the hostility between these two forces. The echo of this war was felt in India. On Austria, one war started. What war? War of succession. Okay. In that war, English and French fought between each other. So, this echo was felt in India also. Battle of Adayar, 1746. The first Carnatic War is remembered for the Battle of Santom fought between the French forces and the forces of Anvaruddin, the Nawab of Carnatic. At that time, Carnatic Nawab was Anvaruddin. So, this war fought between French forces and Anvaruddin. A small French army under Captain Paradis defeated the strong Indian army. So, at that time, Indian army was very strong, but French army was very small, but Indian army was defeated by French army. This is the very remarkable incident. This was the first occasion when the superiority of the well-trained and well-equipped European army over the Indian army was proved beyond doubt. So, that time only Indians understood European army was well-trained and well-equipped. Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle. The war was ended by the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle, which brought the Austrian War of Succession. So, this treaty was signed and ended with the this war was signed and ended with the Treaty of Aix-la-Chapelle in the year of 1748. Second Carnatic War. The main cause of this war was the issue of succession in Carnatic and Hyderabad. Anvaruddin Khan and Chanda Sahib were the two claimants to the throne of Carnatic, whereas Nazir Jung and Muzaffer Jung were the claimants to the throne of Hyderabad. So for the throne of Carnatic, two fought. Who are they? Anvaruddin Khan and Chanda Sahib. So for Hyderabad, two were fought. Who are they? Nazir Jung and Muzaffer Jung. The French supported Chanda Sahib and Muzaffer Jung. The British supported Anvaruddin Khan and Nazir Jung. Battle of Ambur, 1749. Finally, Dupleix, Chanda Sahib and Muzaffer Jung formed a great alliance and defeated and killed Anvaruddin Khan, the Nawab of Carnatic, on 3rd August 1749 in the Battle of Ambur. So, the Battle of Ambur happened in 1749. In this battle, Dupleix, Chanda Sahib and Muzaffer Jung killed Anvaruddin Khan. Muhammad Ali, the son of Anvaruddin, fled to Trichinopoly, that is Tiruchirappalli. Chanda Sahib became the Nawab of Carnatic. Who became the Nawab of Carnatic? Chanda Sahib, and rewarded the French with the grant of 80 villages around Pondicherry. So, what was the reward given to Chanda Sahib? Yes, 80 villages. In the Deccan also, French defeated and killed Nazir Jung and made Muzaffer Jung as the Nizam. So, in the Deccan, Muzaffer Jung became the Nizam. The new Nizam gave ample rewards, many rewards to French. He appointed Dupleix as the governor of all territories in south of the river Krishna. Muzaffer Jung was killed. Okay, assassinated means killed by his own people in 1751. Salabat Jung, brother of Nazir Jung, was raised to the throne of Buzi. Salabat Jung granted the northern Sarkars, excluding the Guntur district, to the French. Salabat Jung gave the northern Sarkar place, excluding means what? Except the Guntur district to the French. Dupleix's power was at its zenith by that time. What is the meaning of zenith? Very higher. Battle of Arcot, 1751. In the meantime, Dupleix sent forces to visit the fort of Trichy, where Muhammad Ali had taken shelter. Dupleix sent his forces to Tiruchirappalli. Why he sent his forces to Tiruchirappalli? Because Muhammad Ali stayed in that place only. Chanda Sahib also joined with the French in their efforts to visit Trichy. Robert Clive's proposal was accepted by the British governor Saunders, and with only 200 English and 300 English soldiers. So, how many English soldiers? 200. How many Indian soldiers are there? 300 Indian soldiers are there. Clive was entrusted the task of capturing Arcot. His attack proved successful. So, this attack ended in success. Robert Clive defeated the French at Orny and Kaveripak. With the assistance of Major General Stringer Lawrence, Chanda Sahib was killed in Trichy. Chanda Sahib was killed by French in Trichy. Muhammad Ali was made the Nawab of Arcot under British protection. Who made us the Nawab of Arcot? Muhammad Ali. The French governor recalled Dupleix to Paris. See this picture, Robert Clive. Treaty of Pondicherry. Dupleix was succeeded by Godeheu, who agreed the Treaty of Pondicherry. According to it, both the powers agreed not to interfere in the internal affairs of the native states. They didn't interfere the internal affairs, local affairs of the native state. They were to retain their old positions. New forts should not be built by either power. There is no forts built by any power. The treaty made the British stronger. The Second Carnatic War also proved inconclusive. The English proved their superiority on land by appointing Muhammad Ali as the Nawab of Carnatic. The French were still very powerful in Hyderabad. English proved what? English proved their superiority because they appointed Muhammad Ali as the Nawab. However, the predominant position of the French in the Deccan Peninsula was definitely undermined in this war. So, who dominated very high level? Yes, French dominated very well. Third Carnatic War. The outbreak of 7-year wars in Europe led to the Third Carnatic War in India. By this time, Robert Clive established the British power in Bengal by the Battle of Plassey, which provided them with the necessary finance for the Third Carnatic War. Count de Lally was deputed from the France to conduct the war from the French side. So, deputed is nothing but new person. Okay, Count de Lally was the new person from France. He came for to conduct the war from French side. He easily captured Fort St. David. He ordered Bussy to come down to the Carnatic with his army to make a united effort to push the British out of Carnatic. What was the aim? He wanted to push the British outside from Carnatic. Taking advantage of Bussy's departure, Robert Clive sent Colonel Forde from Bengal to occupy the northern Circus. Taking advantage of Bussy's departure. Departure is nothing but leaving. Bussy was leaving at the time. So, Robert Clive sent Colonel Forde from Bengal to occupy the northern Circus. Battle of Vandivash. The decisive battle, the important battle. Decisive means important. Third Carnatic War was fought on January 22, 1760. The English army under General Eyrecourt totally routed the French army under Lally. Routed is nothing but defeated. The English army totally defeated the French army. Within a year, the French had lost all their possessions in India. Within 1 year, French lost all his territories, all his parts in India. Lally returned to France where he was imprisoned and executed. Executed is nothing but hanged or killed. Treaty of Paris, 1763. The 7 Years' War was concluded by the Treaty of Paris. Concluded means ended. The French settlements including Pondicherry were given back to the French. These French settlements were given back to the French, but they were forbidden from fortifying those places. Forbidden means prohibited. They were not allowed to gather armies. The French dominance in India practically came to an end. So, the French dominance in India came to an end. In next lesson, we will saw about Mysore Wars and Anglo-Maratha Wars. Okay, thank you.